keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Reckless Ray Dinero, and we are back at it again with another episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. I hope you had a good week. I hope you made it through bag fortification Friday. I hope that you guys added to the bag, fortified the bag, secured the bag. For those of you who are catching this during the week, I hope you are having a great hump day. If you are not having the week you want to have, I hope that you realize that it's not too late to make some changes to that. We're only halfway through the week. But before we get into the episode, let's start off with the housekeeping. First and foremost, shout out to the bag chasers. You guys do get this first. That means you will be getting this Sunday, the 23rd. That is, again, Sunday, the 23rd of July. We're about to round out the month, which is exciting. We get to see where the dust has settled for this month in the market. We get to see where the finances are sitting. We get to see where we're sitting with everything. Everything. If you would like to get this information early, if you see the value in this information, you can tap in with the Bag Chasers Patreon. That is not my Patreon. That is Anton Daniels of AntonDaniels.com's Patreon, of which I'm a part. You'll see me in the crypto channel, hanging out, having the conversation, pouring into people all that I can, laughing at the people who are the know-it-alls. It's what it is, you know. It's always, there's always new people coming to a field, and honestly, it's crypto is one of the only places that I've seen this happen on this level, where somebody will come in and they're like, "Oh, I threw a little bit of money into the market. I know everything now. I read a couple of articles. I read the white paper. This project is the project. It's the only project." I was like, when people start talking about what the only thing is or the only way to do something, I kind of tap out. I do. Especially like when most of these people don't want to disclose how much they're holding of anything. There's no receipts, no substantiation of anything that they say. They just have a feeling. I'm sure they've bought into the project, probably thrown $100 at it, and they're hoping to turn the $100 into $1 million, which, you know, some of these projects, you know, crypto's crazy like that. You can do that. Not going to lie. But they know everything. And they want to argue with people who've been doing it for a long time. And it's like, if my portfolio is if my throwaway portfolio is your portfolio, then like you're talking from two different tables. Like, you're at the kids' table, and like when the adults are speaking, it's like, humble yourself and listen, and maybe take some feedback. And it's not even like it's that you're even disagreeing with them. If you're not agreeing with them in the way that they want, like, these people are childish. I'm like, there's no way, even if they do hit, the mentality isn't there. Like the mindset, it's like you're gonna fumble this bag, and then like the next bag you might get it right. I know because I was there. I was that person, and I know exactly what happened. I fumbled that bag, and then the next time I got it right. I started getting it right. I got it right. I'd say every iteration, every bull run, I get better. So, it just takes time, but it's interesting seeing people in a space that you were in, and I'm like, oh, you're not gonna come back and revisit this. Everybody says, oh, we'll talk about it when the dust settles, but out of all those people, I was like, nobody's tracking their stuff. They're just going, oh, I bought something. Oh, it went up. Like, you don't know exactly what your entry points are on your projects. You're not tracking your projects. You're just going to be there for the bull run. And for all we know, you bought at the peak and you're just saying that you got in. Like, if you're not substantiating it, I really don't have anything to talk to you about if you're not wanting to set up a call and compare notes. But with that said, everybody else will be getting this on Wednesday, Hump Day. That'll be July 26th. Going to be interesting to see how this works out. Interesting to see how this goes. I'm excited about it. I'm excited for you guys. But we're going to jump into it. We're going to do things in a little bit of a different order because I got some additional alpha for you guys today. It's going to be dispersed throughout the episode. So we're going to start off with the top 5 gainers and losers in the crypto market over the last 24 hours. First and foremost of the gainers. Oh, yeah. Actually, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Anyone looking to collab, that information is on my page. If you go to the channel, if you're new over here, you can email me. Those emails do come to me. I answer those emails. I reply to those emails. You can leave a comment. I answer the comments. I reply to the comments. It's all just me, not a big channel. We do what we do over here, and I'm going to continue doing that until it becomes too busy for me to get to everything. And then I'm still probably going to be dipping down into the chat to get to some things. I don't feel like I'll ever be a person who doesn't show that I am existing and that I'm a real person out here in these YouTube streets. It's just not my character. So definitely share. Obviously, we're not trying to do this over here by ourselves. Subscribing. Let's get this into the algorithm. The more the content is pushed, the more people see it, the more people can join up with the dog pack over here, the wolf pack, if you would, so that we can build together on multiple fronts. Because I got some more stuff in the hopper, buddy. You got to finish your meal before you get to dessert. So, we're gonna keep doing that. Also, tap in with us on Thursday evenings for Guns and Butter. It's our live stream, open panel discussion. You can come up on the panel and ask your questions. You can ask the questions from the chat. I think I'm gonna start putting some crypto topics on there so that way we can talk about more crypto. I'd like some of you guys to come over and tap in for that to get that value add, not just for yourselves but for others. Okay, so let's get to it. Top gainers and losers. First and foremost, we have Origin Protocol, OGN, and they are up 67.1% in the last 24 hours, hitting a price of 12 cents. That is awesome. They're currently ranked at 353. That's kind of a sweet spot for myself. I do like those deals down in that range. Nice. Good for you guys. Number 2 with a rank of 990. It's Tabzon Spore Fan Token. No idea what that is, but it's at a price of $1.74, and it is up 30.8%. Good luck to you guys, because that's a hard read. It's a mouthful. Number 3 at a rank of 614 is Hydranet HDN with a price of 13 cents. It is up 43% in the last 24 hours. Number 4 on the top gainers with a rank of 328 is Agoric BLD with a price of 12 cents. It is up 25.2% in the last 24 hours. And number 5, rounding out the list, is Octaspace, OCTA, with a price of 53 cents. It is up 23.5% in the last 24 hours. If you are on the winners list, congratulations. I am happy for you. Hope you're making those gains. Hope you're securing those bags. Definitely don't want to ride your wins to zero. It's not a good practice. It's okay to secure your wins. Me personally, I use my wins to get into other positions. It's what I do. You don't have to do it, but that's what I do. On the top losers, here we go. We're getting down into the dun-to-duns. Number 1 is at a rank of 546 is Steam Dollar, SBD. With a price of $2.37, it is down 18.1% in the last 24 hours. Number 2, with a rank of 796, is Libra Finance, LBR, at a price of $1.28. It is down 14.8% in the last 24 hours. Number 3, at a rank of 491, we have Serum, SRM, at a price of 9 cents. It is down 13.1% in the last 24 hours. Number 4, we have Swift at a rank of 893. We have Swift Coin, SWFTC, at a price of sub a penny. It's 1/10 of a penny. It is down 9. Oh, we got to scroll that up. 9.1% in the last 24 hours. And the last but not least, we've got at a rank of 302, Storm X, and at a price of 0.006 of a penny, under 1 cent. It is at a drop of 15%. These numbers are changing as we're talking, people. Somebody bought some Storm X and just ran it up to or dumped some Storm X and just ran it up to a loss of 15%. We got to see that happen live on the show. That is something that you will only see here on Crypto Portfolio Updates. Oh my God, my allergies are killing me today. Okay, so with that said, bring me down, bring this up. Okay. We've got the next thing to share, which is, oh God, my allergies. Okay, which is, we only do one takes around here. You guys just get to see me in the raw. I'm going to be sneezing tonight on Sir Hale's show too, probably. This just got to me. I don't know what's going on, but they done kicked something up outside and it's gotten inside and I don't like it. I don't like it at all, folks. We've got our top 10 holdings. Now, looking at the top 10 holdings, we are going to kind of get a couple of sneezes out there. We're going to go down the top 10, and then I've got some additional alpha for you in regards to my top 10. That's going to expand outside of the literal top 10, because we go literally for the portfolio updates so that you guys see everything that's sitting in here and where it's sitting and what we're doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to get it going. So number 1, we have Ethereum, ETH. Number 2, we have Synthetic Networks, SNX. Number 3, we have USD Coin, USDC. Number 4, we have Arbitrum, ARB. Number 5, we have Nasdaq, NSDX. Number 6, we have Cosmos Hub, ATOM. Number 7, we have Wrapped Bitcoin, WBTC. Number 8, we have Yearn CRV, YCRV. Number 9, we have the original orange pill, Bitcoin, BTC. And number 10, rounding it out, we have a new entrance, Thor Wallet Dex, TGT. Now, moves made this week. We're gonna jump into it. So what have we been doing? We've made a little bit of changes. Obviously, some of the other changes are just because of volatility in the market. Now, looking at our positions, we are all greened up. Looking at the pie chart, obviously, you always want to look at the pie chart. Just came off of a massive pump this last week, kind of level it out, had a little retractment, and then looks like we're getting ready to gear up for another pump. But what we want to notice is we're chipping into that Ethereum holdings, which is nice. So we're down to 38.7%. Profit and loss for the year, the portfolio is still sitting at 9% above the 30% metric, which is what I kind of am trying to gauge myself on. I figure you should be able to make 30% in the crypto market space. That's kind of my base level with the way that the year started. We had a good year. We're going into a bull run. I'm like 30%. We should be able to pull 30%. 24-hour, we're up 0.55%. Not much. I mean, not much to speak of. I'm okay with it. We're moving in the right direction. Up and to the right is the direction we want to be going, folks. If we look over, we switch this chart out. Let's look at what the chart is looking at. So that's the 1 month chart up and to the right. 3 month chart. Pull that up for you. Up and to the right. Now there's dips in there, and hopefully we are identifying and buying these points. Like, this is where we want the bulk of the money to go in. Honestly, in a perfect world, we dollar cost average, so we're catching everything. But these little dips here, we try to get a little bit extra during those little dips. That's if the market is down and we're down bad, we're trying to get that extra in there. So let's go back to the 7-day chart, which is kind of sideways with some spikes in it. That's fine. Now, what I'm going to give you guys today are some entry points for some of these positions. This is this year's portfolio, so this is how we did it this year. We bought these positions this year. These are this year's entry points. Now, some of these entry points you will notice will be in the negative or exceptionally low. Actually, we'll just point on the ones in the negative. They're not. None of them are exceptionally low. But outside the ones that are in the negative. Now, those are ones that we got airdrops for this year. If you qualify for an airdrop, that's the reason I try to keep my eye to the ground to know about these airdrops. And I try to tell you guys how to qualify for these airdrops, because airdrops are basically crypto stimulus packages. It's free money. You can do what you want with. You can continue to invest it. You can sell it off and move into another investment. But the important part is that you get it into the portfolio and get it to work. And it gives you a buy-in of $- if you got it basically for free. So, because all you're paying is, generally speaking, a gas transaction fee, which, depending on where the airdrop comes from, could be exceptionally low. Now, my first and primary holding, Ethereum, we can see where it's at now, and I have these up so that way you can see the price. So I can give you the entry, and we can talk about why the P&L on these deals on the far right here. Let me bring my mouse over to it. You're in this area here. This is the P&L row, right? So we can see how we're doing on all these positions. Now, we'll start with Ethereum. My entry price on Ethereum for this year, if you guys went in when I went in, was $1,423.31. Pretty good entry. Definitely lower than the number is now. SNX. My entry price on SNX for this year, if you're following the videos when we started talking about getting into that position, the average entry based on all the buys that I made to get that position rounded out was $1.71. Definitely lower than what it is now. We look over here, we're really close to that target mark. And with the way that this has been fluctuating, because money has been flowing in and out of SMX, we are almost to that point to where I can get my first pull on this, because we'll be at 100%. That's our target, is 100%. Once we hit 100%, we can pull from this and move it into another position. I'm hoping that we hit that before the end of the year, because I would like to get another position in before the end of this year is over. Would be nice. Then we have, so I'm not counting my stable in this because there's no benefit in that. It's just dollars, which does nothing for anybody. So we're skipping that. That's not one of the top 10. We're going to move down and get actual positions in here. The next one is Arbitrum. Our entry on Arbitrum is negative $1.10. Again, those of you who remember, we did as much as we could to get qualified for that Arbitrum airdrop. And we kept it in that position. We did not sell that position off. I'm going to ride it out through the bull run to see what Arbitrum does, because I think it's a great chain. Some pretty good platforms on there. Very easy to use. Milky smooth. I like it. Next, we have NASDAQs. Now, our entry position on NASDAQs is at 15%, which means that, like, we bought high. It kind of had a little bit of a dip, but this is an income producing position. So now that we're positioned, every week we're chipping away at that initial entry price, which I mess with. And I think it's going to do some good numbers during the bull run. Unfortunately, it is down and to the left right now. We are down on that position about 9, almost 10%. And, we'll see how it goes, because unfortunately, when things have a lot of staking going on and liquidity pooling going on, it is a little bit more volatile. Next, we have Atom Cosmos Hub. Entry point on that is $8.64. Not bad. Not bad. I like it when we flip green on stuff. That's always nice. After that, so I'm not doing wrap Bitcoin because we have regular Bitcoin. So the next one's going to be Yearn CRV Y curve, and our entry point on that was 56%. Got in on that. Oof, wish I would have bought more, because that would be a good one as well. It's actually probably a little bit lower than 56%, because that position, instead of cashing out, it auto compounds. So it's just in there growing. Like, I haven't looked at that position. I check it once a month when I have to do my updates based on so that I can get my net worth calculated. But that's the only time I look at it, and every time the number's bigger than the last month, which is cool. It's just in there, just churning itself, building and building and building, and we'll see what it looks like next bull run when it's time to pull. Because we're going off of a metric that, in all honesty, is a little bit skewed, because the entry on this is a little bit lower because it is compounding and paying on itself. Next, we have the original orange pill, Bitcoin. Our entry point on that for this year's portfolio was $28,692.70. No complaints there. Moving in the right direction. Next bull run, every single buy this year is probably going to look like a genius move. Next is the new entry. Now, this was a change that we made, and the reason being, I've said this before, platforms that I use, you support them. You get built into them. So this is also going to come up again in the alpha section of the video for you guys. But I found another hot wallet to use. I have a specific purpose that I'm using it for. More on that later. And it has a bunch of different staking and savings mechanisms built into it. It is straight DeFi. It is DeFi in its purest form. It is the DeFi that I've always wanted, and it's really sad that it took KuCoin increasing their KYC for me to go ahead and start exploring what other options I had to see if things worked. But, we've been moving towards it, and, the independent rebellious, financial anarchist nature of most of the people in this space. I don't understand how most of the people in this space have not messed with the new Thorchain wallet. It is awesome. And so we had to become a community member over there to get, obviously, the perks of being an official community member over in Thorchain. You get perks, you get lower fees on stuff. We want lower fees. So like we're definitely getting some stuff staking over there. They made it advantageous to stake. We're down 1% because this is currently just started, basically. So our entry point on TGT is 1 cent, which obviously we're down like 1% right now because it's less than 1 cent and it's fluctuating. Now, the last one that we're putting in there. Oh, never mind. I got one more. Okay, so the last one we're doing, and like this kicked it down a little bit, was Velindrome Finance, which we have an entry point of negative 5% because, again, this was another airdrop that I qualified for. Yeah, airdrops are pretty awesome. Helps the portfolio a lot. So those are my top 10. Those are the entry points off my top 10. Velindrome will probably be moving back up into the list because they have a really good liquidity pool over there, and we're probably going to put some more funds over there. Definitely a position that I'll probably be throwing money at when I can't figure out what I'm doing. Now is the time that we move over to news article that I found interesting. So we're going to share this. Boom. This is Forbes digital asset. It's pretty interesting. They're talking about, and actually we might go ahead and give Forbes a shout out and go ahead and play this. It's only 4 minutes to listen to the article, but they're saying transcends the US dollar. BlackRock CEO issues important crypto prediction after huge week for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP price. Let's hear what they got to say.
Introducing Meritrust Credit Union's exclusive CD deposit campaign. Join our financial family today and enjoy a high interest rate of over 5% on your deposits with easy account opening and a low minimum deposit requirement of just $500. Unlock your financial potential with Meritrust. Transcend the U.
Okay, so first off, we got to get them their ad. You guys got to hear that ad. I don't know. They should. You guys get to hear an ad through me too. There we go. You're welcome. Let's see. Hear what the robot voice got to say. Actually, is there like a... Oh, let's do a Great Britain robot voice. Let's do that. Close out. Speed. Increase the speed to 1.2. Let's hear what they got now.
Transcend the US dollar. BlackRock CEO issues important crypto prediction after huge week for the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP price. By Billy Bambara. BlackRock BLK 0.0%, the world's largest asset manager that looks after $10 trillion worth of value, has triggered a stunning Bitcoin and crypto boom in recent weeks. Subscribe now to Forbes Crypto Asset and Blockchain Advisor and successfully navigate the Bitcoin and crypto market rollercoaster. The Bitcoin price has doubled so far this year, revitalizing the Ethereum, XRP 0.0% and wider crypto market that suffered a catastrophic crash through 2022, with some predicting a multi-trillion-dollar China bombshell is just around the corner. Now, BlackRock's legendary chief executive Larry Fink, who shocked the world when he announced a surprise crypto flip last week, has said he expects crypto to transcend traditional currencies, including the US dollar. It's at the start of a bull run you need up-to-date information the most. Sign up now for the free Crypto Codex, a daily newsletter for traders, investors, and the crypto curious that will keep you ahead of the market. Importantly, because it's so international, crypto is going to transcend any one currency and currency valuation. Fink, who last week said Bitcoin and crypto could revolutionize finance, in a dramatic reversal from his previous position of Bitcoin being nothing more than an index of money laundering, told CNBC.
This is what everybody does. They all bend the knee. And it's not even that they're bending the knee. Like, they like to make it like a us versus traditional finance. Traditional finance has known from the get-go exactly what was going on in the cryptocurrency market, what we were trying to accomplish, what the goal was, what it was made for, and the reason it was made anonymously. The reason being is that it's for everyone. There's no way to block people out unless you control the means of entry and exit in the market. And you can, because like crypto will be, it's global. So like if one country bans it, it still continues moving. And like we've had this happen multiple times. Indians banned it multiple times. India's banned it multiple times. I mean, China's banned it. The USA has talked about banning it, supposedly did ban it. The SEC is going after people making frivolous lawsuits, wasting taxpayer dollars. And yet and still, crypto's still doing what it does. These people say that Bitcoin was exclusively used for money laundering, while the whole time they've been buying Bitcoin. BlackRock has put in their application for their spot Bitcoin ETF fund, which means that they have to have the underlying asset, which means that they've been buying, which means that they've been running you out of the market so that they can get better deals. Like that's all this is. Like it's price manipulation at its finest. There's a reason the US has completely dragged their feet, dropped the ball on regulation of the space. Not that I'm an advocate for it, because I honestly think they should just leave everything alone at this point. Like this is beyond the United States. This is global. This is for everyone. This gives everyone a field in which they can compete and come up in. As few gatekeepers as possible. As they bring in gatekeepers, the price is going to go up. As the gatekeepers close the holes for people to get into this market, the price is going to go up. That's a benefit for those of us who are already here. I'm going to be buying until I can't buy, basically. And I don't think there'll ever be a point where you can't buy Bitcoin, most likely. But some of the other projects, like the altcoin space, I think that is going to be where they close off your opportunities, because they're going to drive Bitcoin up. They'll drive Ethereum up. I think you'll always have access to that. And, your XRPs, your plain Janes, the boring stuff, you'll have access to that. But they're going to drive everybody else out of the market. And I mean, I could see a point, considering who XRP wants to cater to where regular people don't have access to that coin anymore either. And the price is going to be through the roof because of who's going to have access to it, which is awesome for those of us who are already positioned, who already have bags, who already are in the market. It's going to be terrible for everybody who's not, in the sense that they won't be able to, they're going to miss out on Amazon at $1 is basically what's going to happen. I think that's good enough for there. We're going to go ahead and segue now into the alpha/good news section. We did our little bit of doom and gloom. We're gonna jump into the alpha good news section, and I'm gonna share this tab. This is a pretty interesting thing that I saw. Shout outs to the Modern Investor, TMI. He brought this to the pair view. He normally doesn't bring stuff that's super interesting. I enjoy his news, but like he's not really out here in the space the way that some of the rest of us are, as far as DeFi goes, as far as anything else goes. Dude thinks that anything over a 10% APR is just impossible. And, like that's fine. You can be limited. But he has good news articles. And this one specifically caught my attention because this is something that I would have expected to see on a different channel. Like this one. But he had it, and I was like, oh, snaps, we're going to have to revisit this. So what this is it is a Minecraft server called Satlantis. And apparently it has games and challenges and quests that you can complete, and they send you Satoshis, which is cool. It's kind of like a pay-to-play model. And they've got a Discord, and it's dive into a one-of-a-kind survival multiplayer experience with Bed Wars, Ultra Racing, and more. All revenue that Satlantis generates is shared with the players using its first-of-a-kind proof-of-play system, which is awesome. They got a Discord. You can view the world. They got a store. It's like all sorts of cool stuff. So stuff like this is what takes it mainstream. Like, while I don't believe in using Bitcoin necessarily as money, I look at it more as property, and I wouldn't sell my house to get a cup of coffee. I wouldn't sell part of my house to get a cup of coffee. But this is what puts it into the purview of players. Now, if you got a kid that's spending countless mindless hours on Minecraft, you might want to have them play Satlantis so that they can like start making a little bit of scratch to like pay for all the extra little trinkets and toys and avatars and whatever that they use, especially if they're good at it. This could be something like, if you're into Minecraft, this might be something you look into. Get a little scratch for playing. So that's Atlantis. Next, we're going to, obviously, the alpha of the week continued. We have Atom, obviously, still providing that solid 20%. Now, it's interesting. I shared something special for the Discord people. That was a top 10 for what the major players are looking at. That's through a back channel that I have access to. It's a paid service. It's expensive. And, Atom was the only thing that was on there that was in the red. And like Atom, this project in particular, Cosmos Hub, I love the ecosystem. I love the projects over there. It's like a really weird ride. Like, Ethereum's doing so well. And this chain, the way that I look at it, would be perfect for gaming. It's not used for it though, which is obviously the gravitational pull of Ethereum is great. But they're still building it out, still working at it. And yeah, I mean, we're going to see where it goes. Like, I'm holding my bags. Like, I have a bull run bag that I've got that I'll sell off, but I will always hold a piece of this project and keep it staked. Regardless, this is one of my long-term holds, but it was on that top 10 list, which made me feel good, but it was also the worst performing one on the top 10 list. But it was like center mass of the top 10 list. Like, it wasn't 10. It was like 5, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's like between 3 and 6. So it was like 3, 4, 5, or 6. Somewhere in there, but it was like firmly in the middle. So there were other projects that were performing better than this one that were below it on the list, and there were a few of them. So that made me feel good. But it was weird because, like, out of all the stuff that I'm into, like, this is not one that I'm particularly super hype about. I'm super hype about it strategically. But to have it in the top 10 and not have any of this was the only one, I think, that was on my list that was in the top 10 for the next bull run. It kind of speaks a lot. It kind of makes me wonder if I should purchase more. But the only way I'm doing that is if it drops below the entry at this point. So, and I'm hoping that it doesn't, because if that happens, that means that stuff has gone wrong across the cryptocurrency space and we're in a deep dip. Actually, you know what? I do hope that happens, because then we're going to be buying. We're going to be buying everything. Last piece of alpha for you guys this week. Moving on to TGT, the Thor wallet token. This is why I joined it. So, first of all, they have a 13.39% APY. That's a 30-day moving average on that. It does change, not guaranteed. Do your own research. This is not financial advice. You shouldn't be listening to people on the internet. I mean, all the basics. But the reason I'm in this token is they have a bunch of different mechanisms for making money that are also done within the wallet, which I find interesting. Now, for this one, it's a 13.39% APY, which is fine. That's within my metric. I like it. I can deal with that for a support project. I was getting less than that over in Qcoin. So this in and of itself is an upgrade. The tokens are sub a penny, which is nice, depending on what we can do during the bull run. Like, if it gets up to 10 cents, that's freaking great for me. 5 cents is also great for me. I would take that win as well. But so, like, I'm tracking it. I get paid to hold it. I get community benefits for holding it. So, like, I've got, obviously, I went in, got my 35,000 set up. So I've got the lowered liquidity fee. We're going to slowly chip away at this 350,000. We'll see what that looks like. That's quite the bag. We'll see how it performs. I don't know that I need that just to outside of vanity because it's nice to have 350,000 or something. But we're moving it there. The other thing that it has within the wallet itself is it has these saver vaults. So if you're just sitting on Bitcoin, you can get 1.3% on your Bitcoin just sitting on Bitcoin. You can get 5.32% on Ethereum just sitting on your Ethereum. And I can scroll down this list. Like Atom is not as good as staking on chain. So we're not going to be doing that. But like some of these other positions in here, you know, like BNB, like you getting something. And especially with like the Bitcoin, just because of what Bitcoin is and how it functions and what it does, that's pretty interesting. So, and also DeFi. Also, they have liquidity pools, which are pretty interesting as well. So they've got one for Bitcoin. What's this? It's Bitcoin and Rune. Got ya. So you got 1 and 1. Rune's being at $1. That's pretty interesting. So they have like a bunch of different pairings on here for the Thorchain network. And so they have two protocols. They have the Thorchain and then they have the Maya network. And Maya also has their own coin. And so you get like 40% over here, but then you're dealing with the volatility, not necessarily the funnest. But yeah, so it's got a lot of opportunities to make some money, and it's all within its own ecosystem. So this could be a good option for people looking for an ecosystem to play in that is kind of straightforward. The drawbacks being it is a hot wallet, but you control your keys. This is full DeFi. You got to obviously find a way to get money into the market, but they're talking about having a buy function that is, let's see here. What's this say? So Thorchain, now, as long as it's under $2,000 a year, there's no KYC. DeFi, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And that's the Thor Cash. So which is pretty interesting way to see. And it's like bank transfers and local payments. So you could, I mean, this could be useful. Like this could be used as an on-off ramp. Me personally, I'm fine. There's plenty of KYC options. Like obviously I'm an advocate of Cash App. I can bring Bitcoin into the market. If I need to sell off, I can sell off over there. I don't sell off. But if I needed to sell out, I could sell out over there. But I can buy in, which is the important thing. Like I can get money turned into Bitcoin to get into the market. You also have Bitcoin ATMs, in which case you could send it to your Thor wallet. Now it's like full DeFi experience. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with it because like there's a few different options out there, and I'm really interested in exploring that now that we have a way to convert the Bitcoin over into other chains, which is one of the perks of Thor wallet. You can swap cross-chain on there. It's the back end of a lot of the cross-chain swapping mechanisms that we use now. Like it's becoming bigger. And so like that's got me interested. Obviously for the wallet, we're using the TGT token. I'll probably be getting some Rune added also since I'm hella on this platform now. Gonna be trying to look and see what those gains are gonna look like. Actually, we can go check in here and see what we're doing. So Rune's sitting at 166. So the last all-time high was $20.87 on Rune, and it's sitting at $1 now. So yeah, definitely probably going to be looking at getting a bag of that. Because I mean, I think during the next bull run, this could easily hit 50% of all-time high. Like that's what I'm banking on. I'm going to be getting me some. Going to get me a few hundred of this and see what it does. Like that doesn't sound too bad at all. And I'll see if they have a single to store it. Do they have in the Savers Vault? They do not have Rune by itself. Boo. Well, that's That's not fun. I want some rune staking on its own. That's what we want. And they don't have it. But that's fine. Anyways, we're gonna wind it down on that note. You know, we've got some good stuff in the video today. Videos are feeling healthy. I'm feeling like there's plenty of value packed in here. I just want to make sure that if you like the video, make sure to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, if this is new, if you found value in it, definitely hit that like button. Smash that like button. Smash it. Smash it like you mean it. And share this. Definitely share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it with anybody who's interested in crypto, because we love talking about crypto over here. Also, on Thursday nights, check for us. We normally start around 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Somewhere between there and 8:30 p.m. Central Time. It depends on when I get off work and how that day went. But we do it every Thursday, and it's normally goes from then until midnight or so, depending. But tap in with us. We're not trying to get rich over here by ourselves. And this is a good conversation to be having, especially now with everything that's going on with the money. But with that said, it's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero, and until we get a solidified outro, you know what time it is. So let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. I pull up.